Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project on YouTube. So in this video we're going to talk about the new weapon banner that has just dropped and officially was announced by Genshin Impact on Twitter. It's for the Everlasting Moonglow, which will be Kokomi's new 5-star Catalyst weapon. Paired with it is the Primordial Jade Cutter, as well as a bunch of 4-star weapons. So we're going to go over them and I'll tell you my recommendation at the end or throughout the video. So please stay tuned. This will not be a long video. So if you saw my last or previous video yesterday when I was doing a pre-analysis discussion about Kokomi and the Everlasting Moonglow, please check it out. But in that pre-analysis, I had estimated, based on, of course, theories out there already that people were talking, that the Everlasting Moonglow will be an HP catalyst, and that is true, it is. And basically, it's going to be specifically for Barbara, who is on the screen right now, just because as a placeholder, because Kokomi is not out yet, and also because yesterday in my pre-analysis, I was focusing on the prototype Amber, which is a craftable 4-star weapon with an HP substat. So right now on the screen, I have the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers with Barbara, of course, holding it. I don't use my Barbara, but this is the R5 version, and it is an HP catalyst as well. No, it is a 3-star weapon after all, but at the end of the day, this is something that could be usable on Kokomi as well, because she's just a healer at the end of the day. So with that being said, I will read out the actual passive for it, and I'll talk about it, what it is. So basically, it's an HP substat at level 90. It's at 49.6% HP. Base attack is 608. Healing bonus is increased by 10%. Normal attack damage is increased by 1% of the max HP of the character who equips this weapon. For 12 seconds after using an elemental burst, the normal attacks that hit the opponents will restore 0.6 energy, and energy can be restored this way once every 0.1 seconds. So basically, I mean, the weapon itself is very specific and it's a very niche weapon. So right now, I can just say right now, I am not going to pull for this banner for this weapon alone. I would not. Okay. And would I recommend this to any of you out there, especially free to play or, mid-level players? No, you should not pull on this banner. Avoid this. Okay. And then in addition, what else is on this banner? It is going to be the Primordial Jade Cutter. So on the Primordial Jade Cutter, which I do own and I put it on my Gene, so it is a really good weapon. I want to make it clear. It is one of the best one-handed swords, which is 5-star level for any one-handed sword user. It increases your HP and it gives you an attack bonus based on your HP. So this is a really good sword. Many people use it. I use it on my Gene. There are so many other characters out there. Like for example, it would be good on let's see. It could be good on a Kazuha, right? It could be good on your Traveler, I guess. It could be good on Kacheng. Obviously, in my previous videos, I discussed my 5-star weapons and my weapons collection and discussions about refinements there, so do check that out too. But because I have other options, as you can see on the screen, and my other characters already have viable weapons, for myself, I do not want to go for another refinement for this, and I don't want an extra one of this either. Again, every character that I have has one. If I was to pull on this banner, and if I wanted to get one, I could get it for Kazuha because I really love using Kazuha, and it would give him the crit rate instead of the crit damage that he's using right now for my Black Cliff Longsword. But there's no immediate need for me to do this, okay? So for those of you who are free to play or mid-level, should you pull on this banner for the Primordial Jade Cutter? I mean, if it was the Primordial Jade Cutter and maybe some other weapon on the side, then yes, for the 5-star option. But because it is next to the Everlasting Moonglow, which is a very niche weapon that really only Barbara and Kokomi can utilize, or would want to utilize, I would recommend to just sit it out and wait. Now, unfortunately, the Mist Splitter Reforged was a fairly recent banner, so that's not going to repeat itself anytime soon, but technically this is a better sword than the Primordial Jade Cutter, technically. Okay, and for those of you who have other 5-star swords, such as the Aquila Favonia, that's also a really decent sword. So just keep that in mind. In terms of 4-star options that are decent, definitely the Festering Desire is good as an energy recharge sword. The Black Sword, which is the Battle Pass weapon, is a good sword. I'm still trying to bring this up to level Refinement 5 because I did the Solar Pearl first. So my Solar Pearl is 5. And I missed the first Battle Pass because I didn't start playing this game until 1.1 onward. So then, yeah, and then the Blackcliff Longsword is a really good weapon that you can pick up at the Paimon shop right now, up to refinement level 3, and you will have to wait until 2 more cycles of the Paimon shop. The next cycle will cycle through in 2 weeks to be the Royal series, and then another month after that, it will go back to the Blackcliff series. So keep that in mind. Other swords that are considerable are the new craftable Aminoma, which is a good one, and I guess Sacrificial is a decent one as well. And then Favonius if you really have nothing else. And the other craftable was the original prototype Rancor, which is okay. It's not bad actually. And for certain characters, this is also not a bad option. Lion's Roar for the Pyro and Electro characters, such as Kaching. And actually, there are no Pyro one-handed sword users right now. So yeah, Kaching really. So yeah, so that's my analysis of this for those 5-star weapons. Now, if we're going to go through for the other ones on this banner, the other ones on this banner are the Flute, which is a one-handed sword. I put it on Chi-Chi. Now, Chi-Chi is only a healer. She only serves that one purpose, but she does scale off of attack. So I gave this to her because no one else wanted it really, and I had it, and why not, okay? So I don't mind it on her, but is it a great sword to pull for specifically on this banner? No, you don't need this sword on this banner, okay? So moving along then, we're just gonna go through. Okay, so my Venti is using a Stringlist, and the Stringlist is hands down one of the best 4-star bows in the game. So, is it worth it to pull on this banner just for the Stringless? No, because it's not guaranteed that you're going to get the Stringless, okay? But the Stringless is a really good weapon for elemental mastery characters, especially Animo, such as Venti, obviously, here. It could also do well on Official, which I gave her the free 1.4 event bow, which was the Windbloom Ode instead. Yeah, so it could do well on certain characters that care about elemental mastery, but overall, it's more of a Venti thing, in my opinion. Or, yeah, again, Fischl is okay too. So, is this bow, again, worth it for this banner? Not specifically for this banner. Now, moving along, let's go to Catalyst next. So, with the Catalyst, for Favonius Catalyst, the Favonius Codex, this is only good, honestly, for Lisa and also maybe Mona. Okay, but if you have better options, such as the recent Dodoko Tales from 1.6 event book, or if you picked up a bunch of these Witsits, which kept getting rated up in recent banners, these are better books. Okay, and then of course, if you're lucky and you got the Sacrificial Fragments from a recent banner as well, then Sucrose would be this is her best in slot. So then, really, there are no other reasons to get this Favonius Codex, because energy recharge is not necessary for most of these Catalyst users. It's a nice to have, but definitely you want to go for like the 5-star weapons, Lost Prayer or Skyward Atlas, or even the Battle Pass weapon, Solar Pearl is really good. Yeah, and then also the Blackcliff Agate is also good. I just got this recently on the current shop, Paimon shop, so I will not be leveling this up yet, but I just wanted to get it in so I can get the Refinement 5 in 2 cycles from now. Okay, moving along then, we are going to cover the Polearm. So the other Polearm on here is going to be the Dragon's Bane. Oh, here it is. Yes, the Dragon's Bane. So this is an Elemental Mastery one. This is basically the Polearm for Xiangling and for Rosaria, who will be on the next Kokomi banner coming out as well. So should you pull for that just for this? No, because this is also rated up quite often. And your Rosaria may have something else. For example, I'm giving her the Crescent Pike right now, which was previously on my Xiangling, but we also got the catch recently. So in the current fishing events. So really, there are already lots of other options here, right? And if you've pulled on previous weapon banners, you may have copies of the Skyward Spine already. Or also, if you got the Paimon shop, you can get your Blackcliff Pole already as well, right? Or if you went in on the Raiden Shogun weapon banner currently, you would have gone Engulfing Lightning. So there are way better polearm options. So I don't recommend pulling on this banner for the Dragon's Bane. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the Great Swords. So the great sword on here is the Favonius Great Sword. And honestly, this is like a very default basic weapon. Many of the Favonius weapons have served their purpose. They're not horrible. They're good because they're their basic ones. As you know, in all the trial dungeons now in the recent patches, they always give all the support characters in the trial patch, the trial dungeon, all of the Favonius weapons to increase the energy recharge as well. So this is not a bad weapon. I put it on Sayu because Sayu needs lots of energy, and this is good for that purpose. But for other characters, Eula also needs lots of energy, but I did get her Broken Pines. Diluc also needs energy, but I did get him Wolf Greatstone. And I also lost the 50-50 recently, and I got the Unforged. And there's also going to be coming the Luxurious Sea Lord Claymore, the Fish Claymore that was featured in the preview live stream, the 2.1 preview live stream, as well as is available already through your notifications section of your game, where it will talk about it as a new upcoming weapon, right? So really, and it's official. So that's going to be an attack-based one. So similarly, it will be similar to the Enforge in my case. So again, you have many options already. So long story short, to summarize, avoid this banner. Do not pull on this weapon banner because unless you are a mega fan of Kokomi and you want to get her plus her best in slot weapon, go for it. Or if you're a mega fan of Barbara, go for it. But there is always the risk that you're not going to get what you want. So even if you wanted to go on there and put your fate points, your fate path points to the Primordial Jade Cutter, you might end up still getting the the Everlasting Moonglow or something else that you may not have wanted, right? So just beware of the weapon banner. So my recommendation for most players is to skip this banner. I myself will also be skipping this banner because I already own the Jade Cutter and I don't need any of the 4-star weapons. I will, as I mentioned in my previous video about Kokomi, I will also be polling on her banner because I collect characters, but I do not recommend people to pull on her banner either. So for this coming new 2 banners coming up next week, I recommend all players to skip them both for the majority of the player base. Unless you're a content creator or a whale, etc., or just someone that really loves the game and wants to collect everything, with those exceptions aside, you should just skip these banners. So if you found this interesting or informative, please throw me a like. Please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. Hit the notification bell. Please feel free to subscribe and follow me. And I will be posting more and more videos moving forward. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.